Hello friends, welcome back to my kitchen. Let's get started by melting half a stick of butter, which is about 60 grams, in a large frying pan. Once the butter melts, add 1 cup of rice to the pan. Lightly fry the rice for a couple of minutes, stirring so each grain gets coated in butter. This adds a nice subtle flavor and gives our rice a wonderful golden color. Friends, please write in the comments what country and city are you from. It's very nice to know that we can communicate all over the world. Now pour in 1 cup or 250 milliliters of chicken broth. Friends, if you enjoy my content, subscribe to the channel to receive notifications about new similar recipes. Cover the pan and let it cook on low heat. In another frying pan, add a bit of olive oil and let it warm up. Now, finely chop 1 onion. Add it to the pan. Fry the onion for a few minutes until it softens and turns a lovely golden color. Next, grate 1 clove of garlic on a mini grater. Add it to the onion. Garlic gives such a wonderful aroma, and it blends beautifully with the onion. Now, grate 1 carrot. If you have any questions about the recipe, write to me and I will answer as soon as I see it in the comments. Add it to the pan. The carrot adds a bit of sweetness and a vibrant color to our mix. Next, finely chop 1 red pepper. Friends, I'd be happy if you could give this video a like, as it's the best reward from you. and 1 yellow pepper. These peppers give the dish a lovely mix of flavors, and their color will make the dish look beautiful on the plate. Now take 6 to 8 mushrooms, depending on their size, and chop them up. Add the mushrooms to the pan. Letting them cook until they start to release their juices and soften. Now, here's a little extra flavor. Take 2 chorizo sausages and slice them into rounds. Add them to the pan with the vegetables. The chorizo will add a bit of smokiness and spice to the dish, making the rice extra flavorful. Now add 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. Give everything a good stir, letting the tomato paste blend in with the vegetables. Next, add 1 teaspoon of salt. One teaspoon of pepper. And 1 teaspoon of oregano. Stir and fry everything together for about 5 to 10 minutes until the flavors come together and the vegetables are nice and tender. Once it's all cooked, remove the pan from the heat. And gently transfer the vegetable mixture into the pan with our fried rice. Stir everything together and let it cook for another 5 to 10 minutes, allowing the rice to soak up all those wonderful flavors from the vegetables and chorizo. While our rice and vegetables finish cooking, let's move on to a refreshing salad. In a salad bowl, add a few generous handfuls of arugula or any leafy greens you like. Next, take 12 to 15 cherry tomatoes and cut them in half. Add them to the bowl. Now, slice 5 to 6 mini cucumbers into rings. Add those in too. For a bit of crunch and sweetness, finely chop 1 red bell pepper. Add it to the mix. For a creamy texture, we'll add 1 avocado, cut as shown in the video. And finally, add 2 tablespoons of Philadelphia cream cheese. Finely chop a small bunch of green onions. sprinkle them over the top for a bit of extra flavor. Now we'll quickly whisk up a dressing for our salad. In a small bowl, combine 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice for a bit of tang, 1 teaspoon of oregano, half a teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon of mustard. Stir everything thoroughly until it's well mixed. Drizzle the dressing over the salad and give it a gentle toss, making sure each ingredient is lightly coated. And now it's time to serve. Place a generous portion of the fried rice on a plate. Add a fresh helping of our colorful salad on the side. You'll find that the warm, flavorful rice with chorizo pairs beautifully with the crisp, refreshing salad. Take a moment to appreciate the colors, aromas, and flavors that make this dish so delightful. I hope this meal brings warmth and happiness to your home, just as it does in mine. But that's not all. I have a second, no less delicious recipe for you. Take 5 large potatoes and place them in a saucepan. Cover the potatoes with water. And sprinkle in a bit of salt. Then put the lid on and let them cook for about 30 minutes. While our potatoes are cooking, let's move on to the filling. Heat a little olive oil in a frying pan. Now, finely chop 1 onion. Add it to the pan. Sauté the onion until it turns a lovely golden color. Next, chop 1 carrot finely. it to the onions. Let it cook together for a few minutes until the carrot softens. Then take 2 cloves of garlic and grate them on a mini grater. Add the garlic to the pan. It smells wonderful already, doesn't it? Now, chop 1 red bell pepper. Friends, if you enjoy my content, subscribe to the channel to receive notifications about new similar recipes. Add it to the pan. The colors are so vibrant and appetizing. But we're not done yet. Now we add 1 pound or 450 grams of ground beef. Stir everything together. Breaking up the meat as it cooks, so it browns evenly. For an extra burst of flavor, cut 7 ounces or 200 grams of cherry tomatoes into quarters. Add them to the mixture. Season everything with 1 teaspoon of salt. Half a teaspoon of black pepper. And 1 teaspoon of oregano. Mix it all together and let the flavors meld for a few more minutes. Once the meat is fully cooked and the vegetables are tender, remove the pan from the heat. Let's check on our potatoes. To see if they're ready, simply pierce them with a knife. It should slide through easily if they're soft enough. Drain the water and transfer the potatoes into a bowl. Now we add 1 stick or 60 grams of butter and start mashing the potatoes until they're smooth and creamy. To make the mash extra rich, pour in 3 fluid ounces or 100 milliliters of cream. This will give the potatoes that silky texture we love. Next, finely chop 1 bunch of fresh parsley. Stir it into the mashed potatoes. Finally, add 3 tablespoons of grated Parmesan cheese for a delicious savory touch. Mix everything together well. Now it's time to assemble our casserole. Take a baking dish and grease it lightly with olive oil. Spread the mashed potatoes evenly across the bottom of the dish. Then use a spoon to form little indentations in the potatoes. These are for our tasty filling. Spoon the ground beef and vegetable mixture into those indentations. Filling them generously, we want every bite to have that perfect balance of potato and filling. Now, grate 7 ounces or 200 grams of Emmental cheese. Sprinkle it all over the top of the casserole. The cheese will melt into a beautiful golden layer while baking. Preheat your oven to 360 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius and place the casserole inside and bake it for 30 minutes while that bakes. Your kitchen will start to smell absolutely divine. Let's whip up a simple but delicious sauce. In a small bowl, add 4 ounces or 120 milliliters of Greek yogurt. Then finely chop 1 small bunch of parsley. Add that in. Next, add 1 teaspoon of Dijon grain mustard. Now, grate 1 pickle. Add it into the mix. For seasoning, add half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and give everything a good stir. And there you have it, a refreshing, tangy sauce that will complement the casserole perfectly. After 30 minutes, take the casserole out of the oven. The cheese should be beautifully melted and golden on top. Let it cool for just a few minutes, and then it's ready to serve. Cut the casserole into portions. Place it on a plate. Spoon a little bit of our homemade sauce on the side, and it's time to taste the creamy potatoes, savory meat, and vegetables. I hope you and your family enjoy this dish as much as I do. It's a comforting, wholesome meal that's sure to be a hit at the dinner table. If you enjoyed the recipe, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. I can't wait to cook with you again soon. Happy cooking!